Hi, movie story recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain a Russian science fiction action film called Coma. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. A beautiful city can be seen at the start of the movie, but as we move closer it begins to crackle and dissipate into a short interval where a woman gets hurt in a car accident. The same city is revealed to be an architectural model in the middle of an apartment. A man wakes up and looks through the place, finding a photo of him and a woman with an obscured place. Everything he touches starts crackling and reforming, including the entire apartment ceiling. The man walks outside and sees someone in the dissipated state. Outside he sees the same thing happening to the building. When he turns around he sees the world twisted up in an indescribable place. He walks around confused, seeing another dissipated people in the entire city. Looks like a massive collections from buildings from different cities floating in the sky. He looks at another one and it starts to reform and reconstruct. Suddenly he hears a distant eerie laughter and sees a massive creature running toward him. Before it can get to him, it gets blown up. 3 people arrive to his aid and start dragging him away. One of them tries to stop the creature further, but it keeps reforming fast and going after them as they run. The man gets pushed on to another part of the city as if the laws of physics don't work. The 4 of them get to a place that looks like Venice. The man gets left behind when the others jump up, but when he sees the creature following he jumps as well. The creature jumps at them too, but Phantom shoots at it. His hand bleeds and the blood dissipates. The creature lags behind, and as soon as they think they have escaped it, it reappears. One of the people, Pilot, sacrifices himself for the others. The rest keep on running and eventually lose the creature behind. The man asks the woman what has happened to him. She tells him that he is in a coma, that it shared between everyone else who's in a car as well. Everything he can see is a memory. They continue navigating through a strange place and the woman tells him that the people has seen her memories too. Then she magically heals her wound. They get to the safe place where people live by entering a bus in a field, then exiting from the door to reach a completely different location on the other side. Outside they are met with others who ask about Pilot. A man appears in the balcony telling them that his sacrifice was worth it. As Fly takes the man to his room, she tells him that they have to constantly be on an alert for the Reapers. The man can't remember his name, so she tells him to give himself a nickname. When she shows him her room, she tells him that only the main squad lives on the 2nd floor and the rest downstairs. His room is empty. Before Fly leaves, she explains that Yan is the one who figured out how the place works. The man tries to rest. That night, he has a dream about the model city, then sees a religious poster. He walks into a building and sees a back of the man, then he is suddenly in a car accident with a woman. When he wakes up, he sees that his nightmare has materialized in his routine room with him on the back seat of the car. Phantom enters the room and stops him from going into the materialization. Then Phantom apologizes for being rude to him and explains that Yas has a plan for the people from the safe place, but he isn't too keen on it. He reminds him that he is the leader of the squad. He tells him that everyone is waiting for him. Phantom takes the man to the yard and explains that people adopt special abilities in a coma-like spirit who can sense danger and astronomers who can create maps. To discover those abilities, the person needs to be put in danger. Phantom shows his ability and orders the man to shoot him. He gets shot twice but doesn't show any ability. They bring the special machine for testing. The giant robot goes after the man. When he tries to escape, Phantom takes the controls and keeps pounding him and telling him to fight back. Eventually the man covers and Phantom stops pushing him. The man tells them that he is an architect. A Reaper is seen approaching the same safe place. The man has another dream. He sees the same poster and people gesturing in the same way. Then he enters the building that looks like a hospital. There are people lying on bunks and someone tries to sedate him. He is in a car with a woman. When the car crashes, he wakes up for the afternoon shift. Construction is underway in the safe place. Phantom walks outside and asks Cable to join their search for more explosives. He sees the man working and gives him the nickname Architect. Cable tells him that it might be better that he doesn't have any abilities. He says he can have a safe life there and then get back to his own when he is out of the coma. Yen appears and comments how that could take a while. Since time is different from coma, one could live there for thousands of years, while in the real world, it's much less. The architect tells Yen that he wants to build something but doesn't know how to yet. Yen tells him that he believes that all of them are here for a reason, maybe because they couldn't make it in the real world. Since the architect doesn't remember much about his life before, Yen tells him that he can start a new one in a coma and make his life there whatever he wanted. Phantom is showing Fly how to use a gun. When Architect arrives and asks them to join them to go outside, Yen asks them to take the man along as a favor to him. They leave the safe place and navigates the complex physics of coma. When they reach a tunnel, Astronomer tells Architect that everyone else in a while people figure out a certain memory belongs to. He also tells him his theory that the dreams they have there are very different. Phantom interrupts their conversation and tells him that the people who try doing always die. Suddenly the spirit senses the Reapers. Astronomer calms them by saying they will need at least 2 days to get to them. When Architect starts questioning about them further, he finds out from Gnome that they can senses but not see them. That's why he created the whistle, a tool to draw them to one of the group then blow them up like Pilot did for him. The Reapers are also coma patients, but once they're brain dead, in a coma, they are in a perpetual state of decay, able to turn others like them. The squad reaches the place where they can get explosives. Cable tells them to take care of the security guards, which he remembers being there. Phantom gives everyone their orders and they go in. They stop to give Cable a moment to remember as the deconstructed memories of the factories float around them. He points to a hangar. Phantom throws a grenade in one group of guards that sends them into a full fight with the rest. The squad fire from the safe place. They all work together with their abilities to fight the guards, but one of the squad tank gets shot. Fly heals him. Meanwhile, the fight ends and Astronomer argues with Phantom for antagonizing the guards, but he just ends up reminding that he is their leader. Gnome opens the door of the hangar. They see a submarine which Cable doesn't remember. Phantom sends him off to get it. Fly offers to heal Phantom. He refuses and suddenly Spirit senses Reapers. Gnome turns around to take a look and sees their 3 Reapers approaching. Astronomer says that they will be there in 30 seconds, but Cable needs at least a minute. Phantom is ready to leave, but the Architect makes them stay. He tries remembering a ramp, and in the moment Phantom shoots in the air, hitting one of the chains that holds the torpedo. It starts manifesting, saving Cable and the rest from death. When the Reapers reach the submarine, the squad is already gone. That night, they are back at the safe place celebrating and telling Yen how everything went down. Phantom gets an idea about an architect. He says that he can build walls and bridges for them to visit places they have never been to before. Yen has something else in mind. He says that the island which would be safe from the Reapers can be built by the Architect's imagination, free of memories. Architect is reluctant but agrees to do it anyway. Yen thinks that they should head out immediately, but Phantom disagrees and thinks they should discuss it first and prepare. Astronomer agrees because he would need time to find a safe path for the massive group of people. Yen, however, tells them they would leave tomorrow. He also makes Astronomer the squad leader, which upsets Phantom. The two of them argues. Later, Architect practices his abilities but has trouble manifesting anything. Fly joins him and he loses his focus. He gets agitated and prepares to leave. When she tells him that he did it before a blueprint appeared, Architect realizes that he needs to imagine the entire construction map in 3D. Suddenly he builds a model building from his apartment. Fly asks him to show him the room full of his memories. Once there, she immediately asks about the car and the woman inside. He said he doesn't remember much. The two of them kiss and Phantom spies on them. The next day, the people are getting ready for the journey. Astronomer and Yen assure the place where they can build the island and the road to get there are safe from Reapers. Meanwhile, Phantom steals a whistle from Gnome's bag. The people exit the bus with the Astronomer up front. Architect and Fly hold hands. Simultaneously, a few Reapers sense them coming out. Architect asks what he should build on the island and says that he would like to use a project designed for a client. Everyone starts requesting him about the project, when Spirit suddenly senses Reapers. Astronomer has to make a decision whether they should continue or head back, so he asks Phantom for his opinion. He thinks that the squad should go on a reconnaissance mission while Yen stays back with the rest of the people. Astronomer gives Architect precise directions and tells the rest to spread out. Architect finds the plan he was looking for, when a Reaper suddenly appears. Phantom hears an explosion behind him. Tank has blown up the Reaper and saves Architect. They come to Yan group along with the rest of the squad and Phantom wrestles Architect searching for Whistle. When the rest realize that he planted the whistle on him, he starts changing into a Reaper. Phantom tells them that it was Yan who put them in coma, but Yan shoots him, making him change faster. Phantom keeps saying that they need to leave because more Reapers are coming. One of them kills Gnome and then another one kills Cable. The Reapers are circling the group of people as Architect tries to build some kind of protection. Yan stops him and tells him to get into the bus. The Reapers keep wreaking havoc on the rest and Phantom has a close encounter with one of them. He activates the whistle but the thing turns away and don't go after him. The squad almost reaches the bus when more Reapers appear and they run the other way. Suddenly Architect sees his reality crackling and dissipating. He wakes up in a hospital. He has a flashback about his architectural plans and the client he was making them for. Architect is in a car with a woman, who is actually Fly. She is driving him to meet a big client. A man greets him at the gate, telling him that he can enter there alone. Fly gives him a taser before he exits the car. The man brings Architect inside the house. They walk through the corridors of the house. They get to the client. He is looking at Architect's plans and is very impressed. The client is revealed to be Yan. He wants to show that he can build what the Architect has imagined. They take him down to the basement. Orderlies try to sedate him but he shocks them and escapes. He runs out and Fly saves him. They start driving and she keeps yelling at him. When they suddenly get hit by a truck. People run over to them. Architect wakes up in the hospital again and sees Fly on the bunk next to him. Yan tells Architect that he planned for his project to be built in Coma so they can actually live there. Yan shows him Phantom. He encounter Reaper caused a necrosis in his brain in the real world. Architect wants to be freed. But Yan threatens him that he will hurt Fly if he doesn't go back to finish the building. Architect agrees to do it. They give him a drug that will make his brain recover faster and make him stronger inside of Coma. Architect wakes up in Coma and immediately remembers why he was there. Meanwhile, the squad is fighting the Reapers and get down to one grenade. Suddenly they see a bridge manifesting from thin air. The squad gets to the place where the island should be built. Architect tells them what Coma really is. When Yan shows and tells him that it isn't fair to share the truth with them, Architect start building the island. He builds everything from scratch. Yan tells Architect that he is the worst of them all, a childish dreamer with ideas way ahead of the time. Fly finally remembers who she is. The rest tell Yan that they want to stay in Coma. Unfortunately, he won't be able to let them because they know the truth. Suddenly Tank starts disappearing and Yan tells them that they are being killed in the real world. They run to the bus. They enter the dream and head toward the house. Everything looks a mixture. Astronomer disappears. Yan is waiting for them. Yan pulls him and Architect starts dying when a Reaper suddenly kills Yan. Phantom is the Reaper and lets them live. Fly disappears as well. Architect wakes up in the hospital and immediately goes to Fly. He wakes her up and they leave as the necrosis has started in the Yan's brain. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.